loved it. You're funny dude. Sup ass clowns. It's like they don't know what they did, but they did something.
Mercy.
I can't hear that without thinking somebody's saying mercy.
I'm talking like an old school gangster, bro. Mercy.
Mercy.
Nobody moves, see?
You'll never take me alive. See?
I like when, that's how the gangster talked that held Bugs Bunny up that wished he never met him at the end. Like, they, took over Bugs Bunny's house there. He, like, fucked with their heads. Made him think the cops were outside and shit. So when the cops finally did arrive, they ran right out and gave up. It was great. Cartoons. It is Daroon as fuck. Whoa. And I found out that they're tweaking the weather at the moment, and I can see it. The sandstorms get, like, the visibility gets shorter, but you can see around you, like, it's getting more real, I suppose. I don't know. It's not just a big gray block on your screen anymore that prevents you from being able to see.
Yeah, I don't get what you mean. Why do all the characters in this game look so happy?
Happy?
Yeah, I mean... It's like,
Well, maybe it's all of the, Epsilon? Is that what the cultists are called? What?
I don't know, I think so.
I forget what they're called, but they got everybody drinking the Kool-Aid, bro. Oh, I'm losing this. Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Where are these dudes at? Oh, come on. Insurance covered, thank you. It told me my insurance covered it, but it wouldn't let me drive this stupid thing. No.
No, you may not drive the car that you paid for.
Just trying to cheat and get over here without taking the long way.
You don't want to cheat.
Uh-oh.
See the blue and red lights?
No, it's a fucking uneven edge of two map pieces. Or two ground tiles. You know what I mean? Here we go. That's fun. Yeah. Woohoo! I made it. I didn't detach my trailer or anything on the way down.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Just on the way up, gave me some shit. What is their convoy number?
Come on then, you dicks. Take you all on.
Coming over this bridge to meet up with these dudes to do a convoy. They're new and keep getting lost. Not sure if that's my truck or my trailer smoking, but this could be bad. This guy just got out of his truck. Started working on it.
Yeah, and I need to find a hardware store so I can make a box. I need a saw. I don't have a saw. Town has 2 police stations.
God damn it. Fucking button stuck. Oh, there's a seed in my kiwi. Get out of there, guy. What are you doing here?
He's like, man, I just want to chill. Soda. Man, I really don't get this game. I could find 2 guns on a shelf in the same place as I could find some food.
Shit.
It was supposed to make the spawns look more natural, but it's... He added duffel bags and fucking shit like that, but... Can't change the spawn. Oh well. Shitty. Assholes. Once you get a gun, this game is so goddamn easy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Have you used the new little AKU on GTA?
It's alright.
Yeah, I think it's cool that you can use it on a bike, but I wasn't very satisfied with it. It seems like the full-size AK is way more powerful. Oh wow, these dudes are drifting hella quick. Oh shit.
Not doing cabin.
I just rubber banded like a motherfucker.
Did I just hear Mayor Quimby say push notification?
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Oh shit, we're here.
Oh, found a
Here I go. Oh. Cheers. 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 Oh wait, no. No. No lighter. Okay. Cheers.
Cheers. I'm actually gonna make another one of those. Looks like my knockout.
Oh, but I. The hell?
I'm making an angry ginger dude. An angry left-handed ginger dude.
What the fuck game is that?
It's unturned. It's like DayZ, just actually works. I said it. Everyone thinks it, but I said it.
I said it.
Instead of just working on new games, why doesn't fucking the guy that made DayZ fucking Deep Rocket Hall, why doesn't he actually focus on DayZ instead of making random new games? Because people still play DayZ. A lot of people still play DayZ.
Yeah, there's standalones coming to Xbox or PlayStation consoles. Mer would be the word.
Hey, I got an elephant here.
Oh, I'm getting out of your way.
Okay. Decided I'm gonna be angry ginger dude with an evil villain mustache and beard. A little twirly mustache and goatee. Soul patch and monocle. I'm gonna be an elephant. Actually, no. Symptoms.
Oh god, oh god. What the fuck? I just watched this guy's truck detach and him slide all the way into the water and then like it just poofed back up where it should have been.
Yeah.
Brum, 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 brum.
You're having fun there, guy. Oh jeez, I'm so sorry if I'm too loud.
Yes, sorry, I'm having fun. I'm in a convoy. Here we go. Chugga, 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 chugga. Oh wait, I'm not a train. I'm a semi. Whoa.
Now I'm an evil villain. There we go. See, now I have a choice. Do I keep the cigar? Or do I go with the farmer's hat? Your face then. Like, what the fuck?
Right? What?
Choice between farmer's hat and the fedora. Mostly I think more like a bandito with the fucking monocle.
Is that a four-wheeler? Yes, it is. What? Do. This dude's weather report is 10:13. Bad. I don't know if it's stormy, foggy, rainy. It's just bad. Great description, friend. Jesus Christ. This one dude's trying to back out of the drop off. Another one's trying to back in. The dude backing in just pushes the other truck all the way in past the drop off against the fence. Like, get out of my way. Oh, and now they're gonna fix their truck. Ooh, it's gonna storm. I hear thunder. May as well cut my engine off. These guys over here. So you shooting somebody? Yeah, you totally just killed someone. I see blood floating in midair. Set 'em all down. Oh, is that frozen? No wonder, this shit's locked up over here. Gee. Fuck it up. That's it's gonna drive like a bastard. Oh, you passed it. You passed it. shit, where's the gas station?
Excuse the gas.
Oh. Not a whole lot, Suave. What's good? Alright, I guess we're not waiting for it. Man, we were so close when that dude lagged. Damn, it is storming bad. I don't know what this thing is trying to do. Oh well. Actually, yeah. This is San Andreas multiplayer. They modded it like 10 years ago. They modded the original game to make it multiplayer. All non-Rockstar. It's pretty dope. The dude I was just convoyed with left. Well, one timed out, the other left. So I'm coming back to pick up a fuel tanker. My truck's back over here. Server reset, so all the gas prices went back to $10. So we have to deliver fuel to the gas stations. My trailer just sits there like that. There's other servers. This is specifically a Convoy trucking server. It's actually the name of it. I play on Cops and Robbers from Crazy Bob's. And that's pretty much real GTA, just no NPC cops coming out of nowhere. It's all players. There's no cops on this server at the moment. Everybody's trucking. I could reclass and go collect all their fines, but fuck that. I don't feel like getting pulled over. I'm sure they don't either. Word. Oh shit, where am I going? Your turn. Almost at 3 million, so I can get the bigger house and own 4 vehicles. Right now I can only own 2, so that's the black tractor and the trailer that was parked behind it. I'd like to own one of these trailers because you get more money on the liveries. On this server, they've added in a bunch of islands. There's the Unresting Desert, which they just mapped off and added to the map. You can't see the islands themselves, just the bridges that lead to them, which kind of sucks, because if you don't have the imager that they have, you don't know your way around those cities. But there's an island chain that starts here and runs all the way down here, runs down in the here somewhere, but you can ride a ferry, the aircraft carrier, back and forth between the island and Los Santos, or take the bridge. This is an add-in. Milestone's an add-in. Sandus, which is where we were a minute ago, is an add-in. There's a quarry or something over here I'm not sure of. It's also added in. Where am I? Right around the block from my first drop-off point. It's free. You just need a vanilla version of San Andreas on your computer, like just San Andreas 1.0 with no patches. And then you download SAMP, the San Andreas multiplayer client from that website. There has information on the versions of San Andreas you need and stuff like that. But that's the actual file or server client that you connect with. I don't know where that gas station is. Oh, the Unresting Desert connects to Milestone. Alright, let's go get that adventure underway. I've only been through the Unresting Desert once, and I ran out of gas. So, good thing I got that fuel can. I'll have to fuel up before I pull off the last island, Ridgecrest probably. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. It's San Andreas, so it takes minimal resources. You know, you can play it on a lot of the computers. It doesn't have to be a PC Master Race gaming rig, you know, with multiple GPUs and shit. You can run it on laptops and stuff pretty seamlessly. It's free, and there's thousands of servers. I kind of try to research the servers I'm connecting to a little bit. Like, I'll Google them and see if they have like any bad reviews or anything. Just because you are connecting to someone's server, you could pick up malicious shit. So careful if you're gonna go all willy-nilly trying to join them. Crazy Bobs are a good cops and robbers server. There's a whole list of them once you get into server client. You can also Google SAMP servers and get a pretty decent list of them. Oh, MacBook, I think you have to have another software to be able to run it. I'm not honestly too sure about that. I run Windows 7. But that website should have an answer for you. That's the official SAMP website. I always forget about certain games not running on certain operating systems. Oh shit, speed trap. That right there is a speed trap. This speed camera. Milestone Industrial Estate. Out this way. Hello, Mr. Poop. How are you doing? Was it 5:30 this morning? Yeah, well, this server you can't, but that's just this server in particular. The Cops and Robbers server, it's just like GTA San Andreas. You have a weapon store where you go buy a gun permit, and then you can buy AKs, the M14, all the guns, snipers. There's cars. On the Cops and Robbers server, I go fishing or I cook meth to make money. Well, you cook the meth and then go to the place where you buy the drug equipment and then you sell it. Or I go fishing and then sell the fish at the little bait and tackle shop. And then obviously you have money for guns and armor, and there's cars, all sorts of shit you can buy. It's just like, I don't want to say it's like GTA 5 because I haven't played GTA 5 on PC, so I'm not exactly sure. But it's kind of similar to a console version. You're just not locked into an official server. Obviously, there aren't any. But it's cool. Each server has its own rules, and some servers let you use mods. Like this one lets you use texture mods and stuff like that, but no health or flying or speed mods. They call them hacks, but really just scripts. Yeah, for the most part, it's San Andreas, and you can still play the copy of San Andreas you have, and it's a regular game. It's just not there's just no NPCs when you get online. It's only other players, which is good. Asshole cops popping out of the woodwork every 2 seconds. Yep, I definitely quit that. Yeah, I'm speeding. It just gave me a warning because I was under 10 miles over. Like you can do up to 10 miles an hour, well 9 miles an hour over the speed limit before it tickets you. I hope this is the way to the unresting desert. I should probably read signs. Too late now. Full on gas, let's go. Oh shit. Didn't see the drawbridge through the fog. Yeah, this server has moving bridges and shit. There's a working elevator in one of the buildings. There's two go-kart tracks in the building on 2 different floors, a hard and easy. Fuck off. Oh, this isn't the unresting desert. Camera under the roof with a pain in the ass. Modders made the online version, and this server's run by a user named Mick88. He created this particular trucking world. They keep adding in maps and stuff. It's pretty cool. They have construction, like road construction, that keeps changing. They add some in and take some away when they add in islands and stuff. It's constantly under construction. Even though this server is 6 years old, they're still adding stuff in, what you'd call DLC, but it's all server side, so you don't have to download anything for it. In a sense, I've gone in the mix world where he has admins and administrators. I connected to his server, like the convoytrucking.net server. There's no official Rockstar servers, and I'm not like connected directly to his PC. I'm connected to a server that he's running. Well, I guess I could be connected to his PC if it's games off his server, but I doubt it. So like Mick88 downloaded and installed the server client for SAMP on his server, and he hosts it, and everybody, well, there's only 5 of us on server now, but everybody connects to his server and we all play on it. So like if I go load into the Cops and Robbers server, I only have the money and armor and items and stuff that I earned on that server. Nothing carries over. They're all separate. You can have separate usernames on the servers. Definitely recommended to have different passwords for the accounts. That's just normal internet common sense. Yeah, it gives him the ability to do like what they did. There's some, I don't want to call it a bug, but in the coding for San Andreas, when the map starts having the gang fights, you know, and they add in the gang territories, it's coded in that that's like a separate map. Like those are extra maps, even though it's the same territory or same like city. To where like that's why all those add-in maps are yellow and green. They're Vagos and Grove Street gang territories. That's somehow they're able to manipulate it to where they could not break the game or you know, not exceed the usable land values. I'm not exactly sure how they added in the island. I know it's got something to do with that. Because it didn't increase game file size or anything, and it's only server side, so it can't be anything added in. It's just existing code that's not being used, or wasn't. I don't know. I'll stop trying to explain it because I can't. Alright, we'll dip down here and then we'll take the bridge over. It actually looks like we're going to one of the added-in cities. It's just not one off the map. They covered up a lake, which is pretty cool. Poor bumper has been swinging for a while now. I should really fix my truck the next stop. Oops. See, this city is just added in where there's water. Is this the one? There's one map that they added in where the water from the ocean comes in over the top of the ground they placed. So if you park in the wrong spot, it'll destroy your vehicle. Nice. Gas down to 4 here. Take that for sure. Fix the truck while it's not running. Oh, stretch my legs real quick. Alrighty. Now we have to go back north for a second to catch the bridge down to Vice City Island. And then I'll take the ferry back. That way you can see both entrances to this island chain. This is like the one I'm going to is the bigger of the island chains. There's a 5 or 6, and they just added a new one onto it. A pirate themed island. It's really just some pirate ships, and I need to cross the water. Pirate ships and parrots and stuff. Just not really too much pirate themed stuff in GTA. Textures. Pass up this one. And we sneak our way up this down here. Knocking down lights as we go. Alright, now we've officially broken on to added in stuffs. We're driving off the map here. I don't know what's going on with my microphone. Just see it bouncing over there. Oh, raindrops hitting the roof. I see. The pirate island's that way, but we're going this way. I'm gonna end up having to mute my mic too. Fuck, I thought I slowed down a time. Is this Vice City Island, or is it the next one? Like, this is a good server. There's a lot of good dudes on it. There's a bunch of asshole gamers that are quick to call you a noob if you fuck up. I want to mute my mic for the rain.
Huh? Oh, I see.
Hey, guy. Hey. How you doing there, guy? You doing some trucking?
Indeed, sir. Lots of treatment.
You wanna do the
A joke. Yes, I
talk?
would
Going
like
to
to
make
tell.
fire in a second.
Cruise control. It is your friend. Oh. Toast is just delivered for me. I'll pull it in, dude.
Well, I'm gonna do. Yeah.
Was that your lighter I heard click?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I may or may not have been making fire.
Thunder, thunder, thunder.
Someday.
Cheers.
I'll just go back. Alright. Quiet.
You've got mail.
Love watching people talk about video games. I have no clue about what goes into making a PC port nowadays. We're always like, why are PC ports today so shit compared to 7 or 8 years ago? Well, I can tell you for a fact, 7 or 8 years ago, they didn't have to worry about 60 different GPUs on the market. Doesn't matter what company you are, when any individual company who makes graphics cards, Intel, fucking AMD, Nvidia, any of them companies, they all have 6 to 9 different models of graphics cards. And those are all just the ones you can just buy to use in your current generation PC. Not to mention all of the other ones which are out of date by today's standards. Or out of date, they're 2 to 3 years old, but that's out of date in today's time, so
My
it's
graphics
not...
cards are considered out of date because it's a 7 bit. It's only 2 gigabyte.
I'm slowly.
It's not even the fact that a developer sucks because they can't make a game work on a GPU. It's a console has one thing you have to develop for, and that's it. That's all you got to worry about. A PC has about 80 different combinations, not to mention the like 4,000 to 5,000 possible combinations that you can have with a functional computer nowadays, and expect them to be able to code everything dynamically around your specific idea of what a gaming computer is. So no one builds identical copies of their computers. It's not like the person who's teaching you how to build a gaming computer has you buy the same exact stuff. He has you buy stuff that suits your money. So, it, I'm not trying to be. I was brought this up because people mentioned fucking Dark Souls 3 PC port being utter shit when it was released, and it's like, one, From Software didn't even develop PC games until fucking Dark Souls came out, because people made a petition online for it, and Miyazaki was like, alright, I'll try coding on PC. And he did, and it failed horribly, but he learned, and eventually that company became better at making PC games, so they actually made a game that you can play at release now. You don't, unlike Dark Souls 1, the PC port, you had to download something that was an external software called DS Fix to make the game run properly on your fucking computer. Whereas Dark Souls 3, you just adjust some options and stuff like that, and it'll be fine. Which is, again, what you expect. I mean, it's still gonna lag, but Souls games have always lagged. You put fucking Dark Souls 1 on your computer with DS Fix and it'll still lag in Blighttown. It's just due to the way that the levels are designed. You can't have that much shit rendered in one area and not lag. You just can't. It's the limits of every current gen thing that they were ever put onto, so. Didn't know the original Dark Souls release, like Dark Souls 1 release, the PC port was locked to like 1080 by 6 or 768 or whatever it was, the like tiny little resolution. It's like I've always said though, when it comes to PC games, we'll only start getting good PC games when computers become more identical, and there isn't a difference between a computer you buy at Walmart and a gaming computer that you buy yourself. Difference, and that like free choice is what has caused terrible PC ports. And PC gamers hate hearing that. That is the one thing a PC elitist really hates hearing, is that maybe you shouldn't have all those options that you have. Like, PC is great and all because you can choose, like, to get your money's worth pretty much out of your PC. But having 4 different GPU chipsets in 3 different architectures instantly makes them have to recode for that architecture 3 times in development. And then that's not to mention all the other GPUs and the small different changes in architecture which can also affect the way the game runs. Like, so much dumb shit that plays a role into it, but it basically boils down to PCs are prototypes. Prototypes for what will eventually be a constant. Because if you want to have a good computer with something that's developed nice, you do want some difference just because of encryption. You just don't want that difference to be on a rendering scale. The reason the PlayStation 3 is one of the hardest consoles to crack games on is the PlayStation 3 has this really advanced encryption. It took 7 fucking years for a guy who's a computer master to hack the encryption on Demon Souls on PlayStation 3. 7 years until we got to see the debug levels and the stuff that was left unfinished in the game. It'll probably be 10 years before we see the shit that was in Bloodborne that never got used. because that's on PlayStation 4, and its encryption is even more advanced than the PS3. Ludicrous. That's why you don't see hackers on console, and that's, again, a beautiful thing about having small differences in consoles. Again, when the Xbox and PS4 first came out, everyone was like, oh, they're close to being identical, it doesn't matter which one I buy. Now that people know a little bit more about how they run, can make a better decision.
I kind of fell in love with the Xbox One's stupid little features that like really don't make a shit, like the HDMI in so I can run my PlayStation through it and shit like that. Or watch TV while I'm loading in a fucking super long lobby for like Battlefield or something, you know, like it's legit, like in senses like that, but like the Division, the graphic difference is overwhelming. Like it's poor, like piss poor compared to PS4, and PC shits all over PS4. So I mean, just it's awful. But that's one game, you know.
Souls 3 doesn't even run at 180p on Xbox One. It runs at 900p.
What?
Yeah, that's because the
GG.
Xbox One is a turd.
GG.
Runs at fucking 900p with downgraded shader models to the shader models they used in Dark Souls 2. Because it just wouldn't run. They were getting... Right now, even in the current version of Dark Souls on the Xbox One, my favorite fucking thing about it is it lags during cutscenes. Because the GPU can't even keep up with how their built-in models for the cutscenes work, because they use in-engine cutscenes. They don't do the pre-rendered bullshit. It's all done with the in-game models, so if it can't handle the in-game models, then it can't handle rendering the cutscenes. And sometimes you'll take, like, you'll walk into a boss room, right? You'll walk in, and the cutscene will trigger, and you'll get a black screen for 10 to 11 seconds because it takes that long for it to just load the cutscene. It's so bad. It's laughably bad. Just having watched my friend try and stream it with the Xbox One, and having it while streaming drop down to 15 frames a second during a cutscene and me choke on my drink.
But does it really matter who runs it?
When it's 15 frames a second, it matters. If it was 25, then that's tolerable, but PS4 doesn't ever drop its frames during a cutscene. Like, people have gone through the game with an Elgato plugged in and measured the frame rates, and fucking Xbox One can't hold a 30 from the start of the game, let alone in the middle of the game.
I've noticed a lot of streaming issues from it as well.
Errors.
Fragmenting and shit like that during the stream, and you're locked to Twitch only at the moment. Or Ustream might be an option, I'm not sure, but there's no YouTube, and there's like tons of fragmenting. It's ridiculous. If you go to the Psychocybin Twitch page, there might still be some of the Xbox One shit from Permatrip, and he gets it all the time. I don't know why. My Roblox aren't that bad, but you can see it, like frame drop and then fragmenting and shit. The whole world will just pixel bomb, you know, just. It's weird.
Xbox doesn't use VSync, if I remember right. Actually uses unlocked frame rate to some extent, because there was one thing I did notice about Xbox One that was really weird, was it actually went over 30 FPS at one point, only for a couple seconds, but the peak FPS on my friend's Elgato was 32 when the peak for the PS4 was just a flat 30, because they use VSync and a locked frame rate cap, so you don't get terrible screen tearing when you're turning around, because I use max sensitivity in Dark Souls, like when it comes to my analog sticks. So I'll turn my camera around in half a second, and I don't get any screen tearing or textures that need to pop in for a second. Xbox One, if you put it on max and spin the camera around, you can watch the game de-render and render as you're spinning the camera.
No
Because
shit.
it can't keep up with the ragdoll models, because it tries to just load what's in front of the player, whereas on PS4 it just loads it behind the player anyways. A friend on Xbox One was accidentally making enemies disappear because he was trying to snipe them with a bow, and then he'd turn his camera away from them for a second and turn back, and their model will have disappeared until he looked and zoomed back in on them again.
No, that's all graphic. It didn't like reset them, did it?
It didn't like refill their health or anything. It was just all visual side.
That's crazy.
Again, that could have been from the Twitch stream lagging the Xbox One, again, because it's not made for that.
I just find that
I don't
insane.
know. Watched multiple people stream with the Xbox One. It just can't do it. It just can't. You have to play a game that runs really, really well on the Xbox One in order for it to be a playable option.
I don't like the short recording times either, so it's really burdensome if you're trying to record for a segment, record something in consecutive segments. Then you have to patch in 3 to every one of PlayStations.
Tried recording some 15-minute Borderlands boss fights that we stopped though.
Yeah, I'm really not satisfied with it at all. I should have sold it to Chainbrain when he was on what we're talking on here. He was wanting to buy it for $300 with the Division disc. I'm like, bro, you can go buy a brand new one that hasn't been used. I mean, that's what I paid for it. You can go get the same identical thing and get yourself a brand new one. Like, I talked him into going and getting a new one and not taking this one that I've used. So it's light for the short period of time I've had it.
The thing I do wish is, I wish I could have an Xbox One's analog stick position on my PS4 controller. Just for Dark Souls, for no other arbitrary reason. Just because in Dark Souls, it is so crucial that you can move a finger to the D-pad to swap through items, and with a PS4 controller, you have to take your thumb off of the movement stick. With an Xbox controller, you can just reach your thumb over with your right thumb because it's just right there next to the D-pad anyways. And I got so used to doing that on the 360 version of Dark Souls 1 because I just refuse to play Dark Souls on PC because of a guy named Malcolm Reynolds. The guy I linked to the video of like yesterday or something like that. That guy has been a hacker on Dark Souls for the past 4.5 years and has gotten countless numbers of people banned and curse locked in Dark Souls 1, which is where you make your weapon do curse and restore humanity at the same time. So when you attack a player, it keeps them infinite in curse mode and infinite in humanity mode, and you can't get off the you died screen. It just says you died and locks you there. The guy is a fucking hacking genius, I'll admit that, but it's one of the reasons why I'll never play it on PC. No.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
I will, however, play Overwatch on PC, because one thing about Blizzard, as shitty as their company's morals are, they have the best anti-hack prevention of any game out there. Just because they have been doing it the longest.
They released saying that one-shot policy. You're banned. That's it. Game over. You're done.
don't get why
You get to
people
make a new
hack
account
games
because I
like WoW.
believe they lock your, if your account has like credentials on it and stuff for you and shit, I believe it locks those credentials from you using them again.
That's shitty, but I mean, that's what you get, pussy.
I believe
Like-
that's what
Yeah,
it did
why
with World
would
of
you
Warcraft.
why would you spend all that money on a game like WoW? Say you pay full price when it first comes out, yeah, and then you buy all the expansions, and then you buy your subscription. What's that? 150, maybe $160?
For a month or two, yeah.
You're going light on it. You're saying like buying all of the expansion packs in a subscription.
Yeah.
At least if you bought them in chronological order as they came out, expansions when they came out were full-priced games. You gotta remember that. So it's more 60, 60, 60, 60, and then 60 on top of that.
Yeah, why would you spend all that money just to get banned from the game? And then not be able to play it again? Because you want to fuck with other people. What's the point?
I didn't. Well, I mean, I like that fact. It made it more burdensome for them. How you had to have the code and the actual content to use it. You know, you couldn't just get the content and say, "Yep, I can," because your account wasn't authorized for it. Uh-oh.
So why Blizzard does all their code online, all their server-side scripting and stuff like that. It's another thing I've already talked about with World of Warcraft, and what makes it, again, a unique MMO compared to something like Star Wars, the Old Republic, or Terra, or anything like that. Because the server-side scripting is what makes World of Warcraft so inhackable, because they can change it on the fly without even noticing. In fact, most games can do that, but most games just call that a hotfix. A hotfix is an online received patch that only temporarily fixes your game online until it becomes like a solid release. Then you won't get actually notified for it. And that's why a lot of people, when Dark Souls 3 came out, wondered why they put a regulation version and a patch version at the top of the screen. It's so you know what hotfix you're in. Because the hotfix can determine how good your weapon is. In the recent hotfix of Dark Souls, they nerfed the speed of the straight swords and actually made them more effective in prison. Because everyone was used to parrying the fast straight swords, and now no one can parry the slow one because the timing's completely off. So people got the balance they wanted, but made it harder for themselves because of it. That's why you don't complain. Souls community is such a dumb community. Complain about weapon being overpowered, they nerf the weapon. Complain about weapon being too slow and too nerfed because you can't parry it. That's why
They should just rename the game to Parry Souls.
and it wouldn't even be a problem if they just turned fucking poison. If they just turned poison, all this problem with all the tiny weapons being super effective would just be nullified. Because you just walk right up to a person with a tiny weapon without getting staggered. But the thing is now, if he even gently grazes you with his rapier, you get full body staggered for a half a second and are forced to take another hit. And only on the second hit can you dodge away, because that's PvP in a nutshell. I love it so much because I'll be helping people with like my Fume Ultra Greatsword and stuff like that. I wasn't really using it when I was trying to I'll help people with my Fume Ultra Greatsword. I'll go into someone's world and he'll summon me for PvP, and I'll drop one sword on a guy and do a follow-up and he'll die.
Look at the link in the box.
I uploaded a video actually where I can't remember what I actually titled it, but I got summoned to a guy's world and I was killing this giant, and an invader tried to come over and kill me while I was killing the giant, and I just turned while I was in the middle of what I was doing, turned, pressed R1 twice, and just hit the guy twice and killed him, and then just continued with what I was doing. The guy had been in the world for like 5 to 6 minutes fucking with us, and I killed him in 2 hits.
What do you think to that
So
picture of the
shit.
footage? Staggered.
Thing is, he's forced to take the 2 hits. If he gets hit by the first hit, he's always going to get hit by the second hit. That's the bullshit thing about the 2-hit stun mechanic in Dark Souls 3. That, mind you, that isn't in any of the other Dark Souls games. It's a good mechanic because the other Dark Souls games had permanent stun lock, which was even worse, but the permanent stun lock was based on how much stamina they had. So, in this game, you have so much fucking stamina, you can do a full combo and still have stamina to do another full combo with the spiked mace, which is a giant 2-handed mace.
Damn.
Shouldn't be able to do the giant spin attack twice in a row. You just shouldn't be able to. As like unplayable as Neo was for most people, I think that's one thing that it did right, was make the stamina consumption of like a heavy attack be significant, even though there's no real PvP in that game. Dark Souls really benefited from, especially in Demon Souls. Demon Souls, the Dragon Bone Smasher, if you wanted to swing that weapon more than 2 times, you had to have like 60 stamina. And that required a lot of stat investment to do. In Dark Souls 3, you can have like 25 stamina and swing an Ultra Greatsword 3 times. Like, that's fucking ridiculous. That is ludicrous.
Yeah, that does seem...
Right now, I have like 20 stamina. I can press R1 like 9 times with an S-Talk, and that's supposed to be balanced. You were watching me do PvE for a little bit before. Probably noticed how with certain weapons I could hit like 16 times in a row with little to no like penalty. You just keep swinging and hope you don't get hit and hope you time your roll right.
Yeah, when that boss was getting knocked down to his knees, you guys would just walk in and it was like... just a fucking hack fest. I was laughing. Yeah, poor boss. Just get poked from all these angles.
It's like a bunch of little ants just fucking nibbling at the ankles. I always feel like shit when I'm one of the only people who use atonement in the game, and I suck at dodging in the heat of the battle, so I just get killed anyways. The whole point of using the atonement spell is to take the enemy aggro away from the host, so it's chasing after you and not trying to kill them. Because, I mean, that's the whole objective. That's what I've been doing to fight the Nameless King, is I'll use a Great Shield, and when I get summoned, I'll put Atonement on, so I can make the dragon fight how I want to. Because a lot of people just don't understand the proper way that you're supposed to fight him flying on the dragon. Because a lot of people, again, they just run up to the legs and start attacking the legs, and the boss is designed to punish you if you do that. So...
Is that the one, there were a couple heads and you guys were attacking the heads as they came down to bite you? Or...
Yeah. Even multiple heads, it's him, like, riding up on the dragon with his giant spear, and then the dragon head that's trying to bite you.
Yeah.
Breathe fire at you with the bullshit fire hitbox.
That was one of the first ones I watched. There was another guy, actually, I didn't know if he was an invader or if you guys could even hurt each other. And you like ran up and started slicing it and he ran away. I was like, oh shit. I thought you fucked him up. I was like, oh, that's probably not good. Then I
There
actually
was
got a
one
grasp
guy
of the
that tried to invade
situation.
us, but my host, I love people that do that. They'll wait until the invader is like right next to the door where you enter for the boss, and then they'll just enter the boss door, which makes the invader just get insta de-summoned from the world. So it's like a total fucking cock block. Basically, it's like, ah, you gonna kill me? You gonna kill me? Nah, I'm just gonna make you disappear with one button press, because that's a balance mechanic. Although, I would really hate it if you could be invaded in a boss fight. Although, that was a possibility in older Souls games, and it's what made that boss fight unique. Like, the old monk in Demon Souls,
Mm-hmm.
the old monk in Demon Souls was played by a player character, and if you were invaded in that area of the level, they would take place as the old monk boss fight, and you'd fight them as the boss, and it was like a really, really cool mechanic. The only thing that sucked about it is there were sometimes the like twink assholes that would just wait there all day for the one player that would do the boss in body form and just fuck his day up with max upgraded gear and shit like that.
That's bullshit. Always hated twinks. I had a
Dark Souls 3 already cut you off. Makes it so you scale to weapon upgrades.
Yeah, I had a friend that ran nothing but twinks. He was a dickhead on WoW. I hated that guy.
Actually used to be in some of the, can't remember the guy's name, I think it was Fluffy or something like that. He was a really, really popular arms warrior player back in World of Warcraft, and I used to do twink stuff with him in Hunter and Paladin. The one thing I did like about twinking was using an underpowered class as the twink. Like, I had a level 29 Paladin that was super twinked out to shit. And of course, when you're a 29 Paladin, at least back then, you had no attacks. The only attack you had was Judgment. That was your only attack. You didn't have instant cast exorcism. You didn't have all the bullshit that Paladins have nowadays.
That's insane. That's the. I miss
What was the
Vanilla
last
WoW.
expansion you played in World of Warcraft?
The last expansion I played all the way through was Mists of Pandaria. That was a waste of money.
Did you ever play a Paladin?
No. No. I obviously had my free Death Knight. My Hunter and my Warrior. My Warrior was my main. I just fucked around with the Hunter every once in a while.
The thing I hated was how, like, out of all the classes, Paladins probably got the most gameplay changes over time.
Yeah, the tweaks.
Instead of seals being consumed upon judgment, they're not consumed at all. You just have them permanently active now. And now, instead of your paladin spells aren't paladin spells anymore, they're just normal damage spells. 'Cause the only reason that you used to run a paladin, at least in dungeons and shit like that, was for the few demon and undead type enemies that he could keep eternally locked in a state of turn evil and just exorcism to death. Because the paladin, you could just keep casting turn evil, and it lasted for like a minute and was a better version of the warlock's fear. So you could just keep certain hard enemies just locked in eternal fuckery.
I hate
That
it.
was the one great thing about paladins until they decided to make everything have a use in PvP. Oh, it's like Turn Evil isn't even a fear spell anymore. I think Turn Evil does damage to all enemies around you.
They
Or
made it
something
an
like that.
AoE.
I might be thinking of Holy Wrath or something like that. I know one of the spells they changed into like a complete weird fucking spell that didn't even make any sense for a paladin.
That's insane.
They added Divine Storm. And Divine Storm was fine with me until they removed Seal of Blood because of it. Because what most paladins would do back when the Seal of Blood was a thing is you'd put on Seal of Blood, you'd run into a group of people, Divine Storm, and then Judgment the person with the Seal of Blood judge. And the Judgment from the Seal of Blood would do like 3,000 to 4,000 damage at level 70. And that was one of my favorite builds on a paladin, was just killing yourself to just absolutely wreck 3 to 4 people. To play well, because just about everything on a paladin was mechanical skill, like knowing when to hand of freedom yourself, knowing when to use your bubbles effectively, because you have like 3 different kinds of bubbles. It's also why they changed paladins to have that thing where you can't bubble multiple times, where it's like you can't use the physical damage bubble, then you can't use the all damage bubble at once. They just generally made paladins like every other class, whereas they used to have a high skill cap because all of their skills were utility. They weren't damage dealing. Like exorcism. The one I hate the most is just, oh, so every one of these players is undead and a demon, apparently, because I'm exorcising them instantly. I want Vanilla to come back again, because I really want to play a 60 Paladin again. Just because of the way Paladins worked back then. They were just so much more of a unique class type.
Yeah. My friend had his pally all. I miss the days on WoW. So many hours spent.
Shadow Priests. The class that got changed a lot. When Shadow Priest could pretty much tank in a dungeon for you.
Those were the days.
The only thing you had to do was make sure the priest was the first one to attack everything. Because
So he'd
Shadow
take
Armor
aggro.
used to give like about as much defense as Bear Form for a druid did. And then they adjusted it to be a little bit more balanced when resilience became a thing. It's like, now that we have reduced critical strike damage, we don't need an offensive caster to have 7,000 armor like a warrior. That's why they nerfed ice armor on mages and then just removed ice armor. Like, oh, that's just not a thing anymore. Apparently mages just forgot how to buff themselves.
Really?
That's the best thing I love about them removing spells, like demon skin on a warlock and shit like that. Yep, that's just gone. What's a buff? You can only do the, like, intelligence buff anymore. Like, the raid buffs and shit, those are the only ones that are existing. Like, Paladins, they used to have all of their unique different buffs. Now they have 2. Blessing of Might and Blessing of Kings.
Wow, that's why?
You got there.
I don't get it. It's just generic fucking tunes now, like that's bullshit.
Class
So
does the same role.
oh, I can't stand it when they do that shit.
I think that's the thing most about the new generation of WoW is that everything does the same role. Like, if you're DPS, you're just DPS. You don't have a unique DPS role. Back at least in my heyday, you would get a hunter for a specific reason. You wouldn't just get a hunter because he has arbitrarily better DPS than a rogue or something like that. You just wouldn't. But now, because of the min-maxy bullshit that exists in World of Warcraft, you'll see 6 hunters in one raid group because they do most DPS, dude. You fucking blue item level hunter out damages a full legend, or not full legendary, but full epics with the one quest legendary item because everyone gets the same legendary nowadays. It's not like you used to have to work for them things. No, everyone just do the same quest and get legendary orange cape.
Really?
Let's remove gem sockets because those things were dumb. We added them and now we removed them.
Really? Bro, you know how long it took me to fucking Are you serious? Gem, I think I would be very disappointed if I were to log into current WoW. They better bring like an official vanilla back. Why? Why did they do that?
Yeah, I wanted to confirm it real quick, so I just went to the WoW wiki. And yeah, there ain't a damn thing on Mr. Pandaria or after gems, if you look. My god, build the game up and then just tear it down.
That's insane.
Tear it all down.
Wow. That's insane.
What I was saying before, how jewel crafters are basically useless. Because they're not actually jewel crafters, they're just a different type of blacksmith. Instead of just making the blacksmith do necklaces, now just the jewel crafter does necklaces and rings. Because, yeah. I remember when the blacksmith used to do that. Or the mage. I remember when enchanting, you used to make items with enchanting to then sell on the auction house for other things. Like silver rods. I remember when those things would go for like 50 gold on the auction house on some servers.
That's insane.
Those were the real days. Back when the material items in the world actually played an effect, and farming the giants down on the beach of Tanaris was a really common thing to do because they dropped the clams, which would give you the pearls and a bunch of different gems and the little sacks and stuff from the pirates. Farm them all day for those kinds of materials and shit like that. You make so much gold on the auction house. Those days have long subsided. Now, the only way to make gold on the auction house is to be the one blacksmith on the server that has every single recipe, and then you just buy everyone else's stuff and then just put it up for a higher price. You just basically min-max the marketplace, because, I mean, people used to do that, but nowhere near the scale that people do it nowadays. Now you have a dedicated banker on the server that has like 7 characters with every bind-on account, or not bind-on account, bind-on equip item that you could think of for every fucking level, because he's just bought every single thing with his infinite like sums of gold, because he owns the marketplace pretty much. You can make enough gold in World of Warcraft, you can own the marketplace on a server. You just can't, because you can just buy everything and then make it only available when you want it to be. And that's like a really, really fucked mentality that overcame the Diablo marketplace because it dealt with real money. And that's why they removed that shit.
Really?
There's no marketplace in Diablo anymore, if you didn't know that.
No clue.
Ripping pepperonis, these people abuse systems to make money.
That's
paying real money on a World of Warcraft server to get an in-game item because a guy is such a jackass. That's the world we live in. Remember the days on the server when it was like 7 people in trade chat that were like really good at their profession, and people would like just regularly go and ask them for that reason, not because they owned every marketplace of every item on the fucking auction house. When you go into the auction house, you just hit the search button without typing anything in, and just about everything has the same guy's name next to it. Anything that doesn't, you go back and check in an hour, and he will have bought it and put it up as his own.
it's kind of dick, but
World of Warcraft is one of those weird games where it's like, they don't ban bots, but they also do. Like, you can't gold farm the way that they used to, where they would, like, sell real gold, but people have figured out ways to do it in their own, like, way, where it technically doesn't void their terms of service, because people are making it's sort of like how people stopped using the Steam marketplace and started dealing with like really, really expensive CSGO and TF2 items on other websites. Just because you don't void any terms of service or anything by doing that, and the item is still transferred in the same manner. Like a lot of them CSGO jackpot websites. Some of them websites are scams, and I love watching people get scammed and lose every single item that they had in their inventory because they didn't look at the trade. Because the bot, instead of trading them the items to give them, they'll trade them the items that they're giving to the bot, and the people just in the heat of the moment are like, I just won this huge thing, and they'll click on the trade without looking, and it just takes every fucking item out of their inventory. Like, there are 3 or 4 good YouTube videos of it happening to people live on streams, and just the gut reaction from them is worth $1 million.
that would be heartbreaking, bro.
Thousands and thousands of dollars just straight down the drain.
All those keys and shit that they've gone and purchased to open their crates for all those items just to... Bye-bye. Here I go. Oh, I need some bread.
Sorry, I was looking for a video. I couldn't find the one I was looking for, so I just gave up. But there's one where this particular guy gets scammed, and he's probably the only one who takes it as chill. He's just like, yup, I just got scammed. And he just like, you can see how he feels, but he's the only person that can just like laugh it off. I'll keep trying to find it just because it's really funny.
Alrighty, guys, my name is Lil John561. This is Psychocybin Gaming, and that's gonna do it for now. I'm gonna go get some breakfast. I'll be back with some more SAMP, maybe Division. We got new weeklies. I don't know. I'll be back in a little bit.